If she's pulling away and the spark is dying, it's almost never random. It's something you are doing that's quietly killing her attraction, even if she once loved you deeply. In this video, I'm exposing the 9 deadly mistakes that make women lose interest faster than you can blink, so you can spot them, fix them, and stop sabotaging yourself without ever realizing it. Before we dive in, smash that like button and hit subscribe right now, so this message reaches every brother who's confused and losing good women in silence. Let's get straight into it. 1. Morphing into someone else just to keep her happy. Most men don't even catch it happening. In the beginning, you're solid, unapologetic, relaxed, sharp, playful, real. Then the feelings hit, and overnight you turn into a completely different person. Your voice drops to a whisper, your opinions become whatever she wants to hear. The jokes that used to make her laugh disappear, and you start walking on eggshells like one wrong move will end everything. Here's the brutal reality. The second you abandon the real you, her attraction collapses. Women don't fall in love with the polite, watered-down, people-pleasing version that's the fearless, grounded man who doesn't need her approval that makes her weak. When you twist yourself into a pretzel just to secure her affection, she doesn't feel safe. She feels like she's dating a ghost. And a ghost can never command desire. Most brothers think bending over backwards will make her stay forever. In reality, it's the fastest way to make her disappear. That's exactly why the next mistake is even deadlier. 2. Showering her with non-stop compliments to fish for approval. Compliments feel amazing when they're rare and genuine, but when they turn into a daily flood, "You're perfect," "Good morning, my queen," "I can't breathe without you," "You're the most beautiful woman alive," you quietly cross the line from sweet to desperate. You stop complimenting and start begging. Women sense that needy energy from a mile away. When every word of praise is actually a hidden plea for validation, her attraction flatlines. Deep down her brain registers. If he puts me this high on a pedestal, he must not have other options. He must not think he's worthy of someone like me. Wanting her is sexy. Needing her constant reassurance is the opposite. The worst part? She'll never tell you it's turning her stomach. She'll just smile, say "Aw, thanks," and slowly vanish into thin air. And that silent disappearance leads perfectly into the next fatal mistake. 3. Performing like a circus act instead of simply connecting. Here's a truth every truly high-value man lives by. A woman never falls for the guy who's putting on a show. She falls for the guy who's fully there, calm, real, unshaken. Yet most brothers still believe attraction is earned through flexing, flashing cash, dropping name-brand stories, bragging about achievements, peacocking with clothes, turning every date into a resume reading. The second you start performing, your energy screams, "I'm not enough as I am." And loud, try-hard energy is the biggest insecurity billboard you can carry. Women don't bond with your highlight reel, they bond with your stillness. She's scanning. Is this man grounded? Is he emotionally solid? Can I relax around him? Or is he always on? Trying to impress builds a wall. Being quietly present melts her defenses and ignites real chemistry. And once that wall goes up from all the performing, something even more dangerous starts eating you alive from the inside. Which is exactly what the next mistake reveals. 4. Turning her into your emotional lifeline. This is the moment attraction flatlines, fast and final. When a woman becomes your oxygen tank, your daily motivation, your source of happiness, pride, and confidence, you quietly hand her every ounce of your power. Suddenly you're texting non-stop, fishing for reassurance, heart racing when she leaves you on read, mood swinging wildly based on her tone. You become reactive, shaky, emotionally chaotic. Brother, no woman wants to play mommy to the man she's supposed to respect and desire. She wants a partner, not a patient. She wants protection, not panic attacks. She wants leadership, not a grown man crumbling the second she's busy. The second your entire emotional stability rests on her attention, she feels the weight and the attraction evaporates, because deep down she knows you're no longer standing solid on your own 2 feet. And here's the brutal chain reaction. The more emotionally dependent you get, the faster you fall straight into the next mistake. The one that murders attraction quicker and more completely than anything else on this list. 5. Being a human doormat with zero boundaries. This is where attraction goes to die and gets buried 6 feet deep. When you say yes to every demand, swallow disrespect, shrug at last-minute cancellations, let her snap at you however she feels, you might tell yourself you're just being chill or understanding. In her mind, you're not a man anymore. You're furniture. A man with no boundaries has no spine. A man with no spine has no identity. A man with no identity earns zero respect. Women don't stop wanting you because you're nice. They stop wanting you because you're weak. You don't enforce boundaries by yelling or controlling. You enforce them with quiet, unshakable self-respect. One calm, "That doesn't work for me," is worth 1,000 groveling apologies. Because here's the cold fact. She can love you with her whole heart today and still lose every drop of respect tomorrow the moment she realizes you don't respect yourself. And once respect is gone, attraction is gone forever. 6. Dumping all your effort way too soon. This is one of the deadliest attraction assassins that sneaks up on most brothers without a sound. She tosses you a crumb of attention, and boom, you're handing her the entire bakery. You're blowing up her phone first every morning, booking elaborate dates she hasn't earned through any real connection, dropping gifts, running errands, fixing her life problems like you're auditioning for the role of her personal savior. But let's cut to the bone. When your effort skyrockets way past her actual interest level, her attraction doesn't grow, it evaporates. You're not showing up as a generous man anymore. You're auditioning like a salesman closing a deal. And desperate energy? It's the opposite of sexy. Women are wired for emotion, not transactions. They don't melt for guys who flood them with value too fast. They melt for men who move slow, stay selective, make her work just a little to earn the next level. Overinvesting early flips a switch in her brain. If he's pouring out everything already, he must be terrified I'll walk away. Her respect for you doesn't climb, it crashes. And once respect is gone, attraction is right behind it, waving goodbye. Brother, here's the golden rule. Your effort should mirror her investment, not your wildest fantasies. The second she feels you racing ahead, while she's still warming up, she'll hit the brakes every time. And that perfectly sets up the next mistake, the one that's the bedrock of every feeling she has around you, good or bad. 7. Turning her into your entire universe and abandoning your mission. This single mistake murders attraction faster than infidelity, faster than screaming fights, faster than every other point on this list combined. It starts innocently. She's a fun addition to your already full life. Then she quietly becomes your top priority, then your obsession, then your entire reason for waking up. You stop hitting the gym, stop chasing goals, stop building your empire, stop hanging with your brothers. Your calendar, your mood, your self-worth, everything now spins around her texts, her plans, her emotions. At first she might love the spotlight, but very quickly something inside her dies. Because no woman, even the ones who swear they want all your time, truly respects a man who has no direction outside of her. Deep in her soul, she needs to feel she's joining an epic journey, not becoming the journey itself. When you make her your sun, you become a planet with no orbit, predictable, always available, emotionally naked, and suddenly small. A woman cannot stay attracted to a man who has surrendered his purpose just to keep her comfortable. Your mission, your grind, your standards. These are the gravity that keeps her pulled toward you. Kill them, and she'll drift away saying the classic line, "I just don't feel it anymore." She won't tell you the real reason is you stopped being a man with a higher calling. And when a man loses that higher calling, he almost always grabs the next closest thing to fill the void, which drags him straight into the 8th deadly mistake. 8. Chasing her approval instead of commanding her respect. This mistake hits like a knife because it's born from pure fear. Fear of losing her, fear of rocking the boat, fear of her disapproval. That fear turns you into a nervous performer. Suddenly you're asking permission for every move. Is this okay? Hope I didn't upset you. I'm sorry if I said something wrong. You apologize when you did nothing wrong. Over-explain every joke. Shrink your voice so you don't trigger her. Your masculine frame collapses. Here's the part almost no one says out loud. A woman can still love you deeply and completely lose attraction the moment she stops respecting you. Approval-seeking behavior is respect suicide. It screams, "I don't trust my own judgment, my own personality, my own decisions." If you don't feel safe in your own skin, how on earth can she feel safe leaning on you? Respect is the oxygen of desire. Kill respect and desire suffocates. And that silent suffocation is exactly why the ninth and final mistake stings deeper than all the others combined, because it exposes the hidden wound most men carry their entire lives without ever seeing it. 9. Pretending the red flags don't exist just to keep her around. This is where attraction dies on a soul-deep level. You see the disrespect. You feel the hot and cold games. You notice the lies, the manipulation, the constant testing, the way she talks down to you. Your gut screams, this isn't right. But you mute it because the thought of losing her feels worse than losing yourself. Every single time you swallow a red flag, you send her a crystal clear message. My self-worth is negotiable. My peace is for sale. Treat me however you want. I'll still be here. Nothing murders attraction faster than a man who refuses to protect his own dignity. You're literally teaching her exactly how to walk all over you. You're proving, without words, that your craving for her crumbs outweighs your need for self-respect. Once a woman realizes she can disrespect you and you'll still stay, you stop being a man in her eyes. You become a safety net, a backup plan, a placeholder she keeps on the shelf just in case. Brother, your job is never to endure chaos for the sake of company. Your job is to guard your peace like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Ignoring red flags isn't love. It's slow-motion self-betrayal. And self-betrayal is the fastest, most guaranteed way to make her lose every last drop of attraction, forever. At the end of the day, brother, attraction doesn't just fade. It gets murdered the moment you stop showing up as a man with rock-solid standards and start behaving like a man ruled by fear. When you bend, beg, overinvest, ignore disrespect, and trade your self-respect for scraps of her attention, you're no longer the prize. You become the pursuer who's terrified of losing, and nothing dries up a woman's desire faster than that energy. Fix these 9 mistakes, one by one. Reclaim your boundaries, your mission, your calm masculine frame. Protect your time, your peace, and your dignity like your life depends on it, because your future happiness actually does. When you do, something magical happens. Women who once pulled away will start leaning in. The same ones who lost interest will suddenly feel the pull again, because they're now dealing with a man who respects himself first. Walk your own path with your head high, and the right woman won't just follow, she'll fight to walk beside you. You got this, King. Now go live it.